أين هي يدتي؟ أعطني إياها.
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics. Thornbridge Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private in...
By the way,
guarded
I
like this,
told Kate about this test.
and I dare
What did
say
she
I
say?
don't like...
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me. Said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff with your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought... Say I must have done it.
Shit, Caroline really did a number on you.
But he says, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 British get inside the house, don't worry about that.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments, or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
How are you today, sir?
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that the staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead.
No need to panic.
So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this.
You need to step
The case
back a few
concerns the death
steps.
of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. You've likely not exhausted the room for clues, 47. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
How are you, sir?
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Emmer Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Hey, how are you? Just remembered, I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe
Patrick Carlyle,
car twice?
can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit,
It's not so
it's
bad
that
anymore.
sneaky butler.
Used to be
isn't
much
it?
worse.
He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow...
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it. Oh, just remembered I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it? Now?
A good idea.
I
should let
Sorry.
you go.
Yeah, hey, bro.
Aaron Ford Jr. Then Yates and Cohn. I need to get a listing of asset transfers from the Carlisle account HTC.
Madame Carlisle.
Mr. Whitmer, you found proof of what happened to my brother?
No, not yet.
Go and see Fernsby when you do.
No, so you're gonna have to stand back. Is there...
Gregory, don't say more sassy with a handsome face like that. I bet you've worked with a lot of high-profile celebrities. I should probably...
Oh, no,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, how long have you been working?
About a month now.
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs in clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
Hey, how you doing?
Please stay back.
Listen, Gregory. Something's off. Critical work.
Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter?
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
You want to come a little closer?
Hello, sir.
Sir, you're not authorized.
check his travel documents.
I vetted him thoroughly. He's good.
I'm aware.
I need to keep an eye out, you know. Stay on top of things like that.
Hey!
Did the portrait photographer check out? You verified his identity?
I did, sir. It all checked out.
So, how long have you been working here?
About a month now.
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs in clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants? You like food? I know some great food. You should come to that. I'll take you to really expensive.
I don't know.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, So I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
I promised I wouldn't call you again, Cass.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. I promised I wouldn't call you again, Cass, but just... You don't need to worry. It's just this place, I guess. I feel like it's watching me. Noticing every little mistake I make. Also, Mother,
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and Mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. It's affecting
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have... enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Yo, Anne, what's up? Relax, man. I said I'd get back to you later.
How's everything coming along, Elaine?
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
Mr. Patrick, can I do anything for you?
Yeah.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Sir.
It's all gone. Ron and I haven't been briefed about shit. What the fuck do I say to Carlisle? I feel I have no idea what's going on. It's all gone.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night. That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room. A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
I should get back to...
Well?
How are you, sir?
What did you find? Spit or well.
Listen, Gregory, something's off.
With a handsome face like that, I bet you've worked with a lot of...
No,
Maybe
you should
we
probably,
should get back to...
May I get you anything, Mr. Patrick?
Privacy?
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Privacy? Maybe stop keeping an eye on me?
Sorry, man, but...
On top of things?
Okay.
Can't you just relax for a minute?
Why waste away in front of the books when he can play like that? That music makes my heart...
Did Alice tell you what Emma did when she arrived?
What is it?
Elaine said she saw her on the top floor.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I?
I kid you not.
I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow.
What? Excuse me?
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Did all the groceries arrive? The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Hello there, sir.
It's just typical that Annie gets to help the photographer. I'm the pretty one. But work, work, work. That's all I get from Fernsby.
Everything needs to...
Oh!
Just keep calm.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the spring seedlings yesterday.
Yes, sure. But he was upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said to let him stay here, but Emma was sure.
Ugh.
Now we'll never know.
Bad news, I'm afraid. We don't have any excuses. Ethel looked everywhere.
You've got to be kidding. Do you mind? I need to be left alone, okay? You've got to be kidding. No power, no portrait.
Oh, Madame Carlyle will be furious. She expects...
So, Madame Carlyle wants a picture taken. If you were to assist with the missing fuse, I'm sure the portrait would be one for the ages.
Family photo to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect. I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it to be perfect. Can't we just take a fuse from another fuse box?
I guess we could do...
Good. I'll finish setting up. Then we'll grab the fuse just before you call down.
Madame Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral tomorrow. What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The Undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madame Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of them.
Oh, no.
Madame Carlyle is still going ahead with her staged funeral tomorrow.
Oh, my aim's horrible. Safer for everyone if I just wait.
I need to know if you signed some sort of non-disclosure agreement. I mean, how did Madame Carlyle make absolutely sure you and your express think they've done your mouth at the local shops tonight?
Damn birds! If I could just get clear hits on those nests.
funeral tomorrow? What's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The Undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madame Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, no, my Madam's horrible. Safer for everyone if I just wait here till he says he's ready for Madam.
I need to know if this one's and how does Madame Carlyle make absolutely sure
They're impossible to hit, devious bastards. I hope I die in the autumn. I love autumn funerals.
Madame Carlyle isn't dead, so there is no funeral. Not if you ask me.
Well, I still think it's
I'm siding with the Undertaker. Wrong,
How are you, sir? I'll never get rid of those stupid birds.
We've got Price Chamberlain with us in the studio today. Price, where do you stand on these harrowing reports circulating about Liam McNeil's off-the-pitch behaviour?
Honestly, I think it's unbelievable when these celebrities get away with no, Gemma. The bar has been truly lowered. There's no self-awareness anymore, no self-consciousness. Sheila West
must conserve.
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The Undertaker wants them gone before he'll see Madame Carlyle. He's in a right state. So, unless you want to take on the birds, I suggest you stay clear of him.
Oh, no, my aim's horrible. Safer for everyone if I just wait here till he says he's ready for Madam.
Madam Cup.
I hope I die in the autumn. I love autumn funerals.
Madame Carlyle isn't dead, so there is no funeral. Not if you ask me.
Well, I still think it's going to be.
I'm siding with the Undertaker on this one. Wrong. Only if you're filthy rich. What's the noise?
Why am I doing this? Don't we have security to deal with situations like this?
reputation for this outrageous spectacle. The staggering disrespect.
How can you be so sure no one goes to elaborate about this ridiculous fake funeral event? I run a serious business. If this gets out...
Have you met Madame Carlyle? Well, you don't want to go against that one, I can assure you.
Finally, the birds are gone.
I am ready to show Madame Carlyle the funeral arrangements.
You got rid of the birds?
Yes.
Perfect. I'll let her know.
Nothing but respect for your work, sir.
Mr. Parsons is ready to see Madame Carlyle.
Well done, 47. Madame Carlyle is on her way. I wonder how she will like her final resting ground.
Mr. Parsons, I don't like to be kept waiting. I trust we can be efficient now I'm here.
I can be very efficient, Madame Carlyle.
What's that picture of me doing here? What an awful idea. I want it removed before the ceremony tomorrow. I must say I don't care much for the choice of flowers either. I need a moment to consider what I want. What's that podium? I find that having family members do the eulogy is more often than not a... What is wrong with you? I find that having family members do the eulogy is more often than not a toe-cringing affair. I've never understood the need to publicly display grief. A person died. Most natural thing in the world. No need to make an emotional spectacle of it. I hope you haven't planned for one of those.
No, I prefer to keep it simple.
And the gravestone. Granite. Solid. No fuss. I like it. Well done, Mr. Parsons. I approve.
Yes. It will mark your grave beautifully.
So, to sum up, I expect you to remove my picture from the memorial. That was an absolutely horrendous idea. Very unfit for these historical surroundings. This is my ancestral burial.
What's going on here?
That's Madam Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
Command, you read me. Over. Someone's causing trouble. I need you to keep your head down if you want to stay alive.
Nothing at my position.
Roger, Command. Nothing tangible yet. Still looking. Will do.
What?
Please use the trash can, sir. I got a possible 459. Moving in to investigate. Out. Well, that was exciting. Back to normality.
Relax, man. I said I'd get your money. It's just going to take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my fault? Calm the fuck down, Ant. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlisle. I'm made of money. Just gotta go.
I bet you have all kinds of...
Okay.
Hey!
take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my fault? Just calm the fuck down, man. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlisle, I'm made it.
Glad to see you're still alive, Mr. Patrick.
Still alive, still bored out of my mind.
Is there anything I can get?
lawyer in the...
Swollen. It didn't even look like that. I've never seen a dead body before.
But murder. Was the blood?
No, not that I saw.
Verified his identity.
I did, sir. It all checked out.
Sir, you are trespassing. Hey, hey!
It's just going to take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my
I could listen all day. He pours emotion into that instrument.
You and me both.
Off you go.
You always live by the
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now.
Glad to see you're still alive, Mr. Patrick.
Still alive, still bored out of my mind.
Is there anything I can get